Let's turn to business news now with Nona Peltier, who's sitting beside me.
And it's Friday.
I was just saying to Nona before the news that your family can watch you in Canada, Nona.
That's right, they could.
Yeah.
But they'd have to stay up late.
Right.
Yeah, probably very
Well,
late.
I'm going to send them a note.
Okay.
And they could check in on how you're looking. You know. Okay, anyway.
Never mind that.
Okay. We're turning to business news now. And my notes say Kiwi Property has a big plan for the town of Drury.
Yes.
Now, so Drury is just south of Auckland, right?
That's right. It's actually part of Auckland.
Yeah.
So it's South Auckland,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Right.
Because of the unitary plan,
Yeah,
so
right.
to speak. Yeah. Drury, the city has plans for Drury.
No. Kiwi Property has plans for Drury.
And Kiwi Property has
Oh, right,
plans
right.
for
Everyone's
Drury,
got
too.
plans for Drury.
Everyone's got plans for Drury. Now, they've got quite big plans. They've bought a 51-hectare piece of property in the town center, and they're going to develop it, and they're going to build a town, basically a town center that complements the existing one over the next 20 years.
Right. This is a satellite city, as much discussed, isn't it, in the Auckland mayoralty campaign?
Well, it's been talked about. So they've bought this. They bought 2 parcels first up for $40 million, and then they've got an option on a second piece. The market price there hasn't been decided yet because that's in the future.
So what are they putting there? They're obviously putting residential in because
they're going to do residential, but they're not necessarily going to build it themselves. They're more interested in commercial, and one of the things they're interested in.
So commercial provides hopefully local jobs, right? Which means those poor buggers don't have to get onto the southern motorway to get into town to go to work.
Well, that won't be a problem because they want to build a rail station there too.
What with?
Well, hey, I mean, we're talking about a long time frame here.
Yeah.
I spoke with the chief executive. He thought 10 years in the planning. It will take about 10 years to plan it all out, another 10 years to kind of build it out. And yeah, and he says there will be lots of jobs earmarked for that area according to the plan, as well as housing. I think something like 8,000 houses are earmarked for that area, 5,000 jobs.
Holy moly.
So yeah, big development going up in that area.
And where are they? So I'm just springing this on you because we've had such a busy day that we haven't had our usual preliminary discussion.
That's right.
But where are they at with resource consents and all that kind of stuff?
They just started.
Okay.
I mean, that's like all they have right now is an idea.
So this is like a letter to Santa, isn't it? Dear Santa,
Dear Santa,
we want Drury.
We want Drury. Well, I'm sure if I lived in Drury, I'd be looking forward to a new town. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, maybe you live in Drury because you don't want town.
Well, too late.
Okay, thanks, Nona.
Too late.
What else is happening?
Actually, you have time to move. 20 years.
Yeah.
A long time. Come on. Okay, what else is happening? Oh, well, a little bit of an update. Again, speaking of Kiwi Property, they have made a proposal to a company called NPT. We've talked about them before.
Yeah.
Another big development in that.
This is pistols at dawn stuff, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
There's going to be a meeting, showdown, maybe I should call it, on April 21st. And I spoke with Chris Gudgeon. He's going to be at the meeting, but he says it's really up to NPT. They made a proposal to take over the management of NPT in a deal which 2 of the major shareholders thought was not an advantage to NPT's smaller retail shareholders. That's the small mom and pop types. They're saying that it will dilute the value of NPT if they do this deal. So it's a good deal for Kiwi Property. No one's criticizing them. They're saying that the board of NPT are making a big mistake in recommending this and wanting to go forward. Augusta Capital, which is a fund management property company, it really wanted to offer the same kind of a deal that Kiwi did, but NPT was not interested. So you know what Augusta's done?
Nope.
They've doubled their shareholding in the company today.
Right, what's been the reaction to that?
Well, the share price went up.
Yeah, I bet it
I could
did.
say it did. It went up 8%. So
Right.
that's a big hike. 8% to 64 cents, that's 6 cents. So that's quite a lot. And of course, Kiwi Property share price, it's done well as, up 2 cents, $1.43. So overall, they moved against the market, as a matter of fact. The top 50 index ended the day down 2/3. So that's
No, it didn't end.
2/3 of a percent. I was about to finish.
But ended down 2/3. We should have led with
oh,
that.
wow, that would have been great. Big story. Would have taken Syria off the top, right? No, 2/3 of a percent by 46 points to 7,244. And that breaks an 8-day streak. So we're still at a 6-month high. It's very high. Not as high as it was yesterday, but, no, it's still up there. Now, the New Zealand dollar, it's steady at 69.7 US cents, 92.6 Australian, and 55.9 pence. Everyone's waiting to find out what Donald Trump and the Chinese president come up with this weekend.
That's fascinating. Thanks, Nona. We really appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
And you.
Nona Peltier, our Auckland-based business reporter.